All right, this evening we're going to change tow bar boots on a Blue Ox tow bar. I looked around on the internet and YouTube for a video to kind of use as a guide. I was unable to locate a video, so I figured, well, since I'm going to do this, I should go ahead and record it. That way this process could be beneficial to someone else. Socket on the other side, ratchet. Gonna take note to save these washers. They're flexible. Oh, that's those lugs. Now we're gonna get the boot off. The first thing you need to do is remove these zip ties. Okay, using the diagonals, we're gonna cut the zip ties. I don't necessarily have to be extremely careful because I'm not going to reuse the boot, assuming that the boot is damaged during the cutting process. As a matter of fact, I may have to cut the boot off to speed the process. We replaced one boot, as seen here. Now we're going to show you the process I used to get the old boot off and put the new boot on. Okay. All right, I'm going to use these diagonal wire cutters to cut the boot off. Okay. All right, we're removing the old boot. All right, the next step is to wipe the shaft down. I'm going to be removing the used grease. Okay, now I'm going to use some of this silicone lubricant to soak down the inside of this boot. Alright, I'm going to let it sit a while. Now I'm going to use some of this lithium grease to grease the end of the component that holds on the lug. And this will help the boot slide over this component. Now I'm going to compress the bar. All right, and I'm going to insert the large end first. To get a better grip, I'm going to use these needle nose vice grip pliers, and to avoid damaging the boot, I'm going to put a cloth between the pliers and the boot and then pull down a little bit on one side. And then I'm going to go to the other side and do the same thing. Okay. Go back to the opposite side. Okay, and I got it going. So just make sure I have a good grip. I'm going to wipe my hands. Try to work it on there. I'm using a rag to get a grip, and I'm slowly working it over the attachment point. It's not an easy task. Okay, we got it over. All right. Okay. Next thing I'm going to do is extend the shaft. Wipe it down. Move the boot up. Wipe it down. Okay. Now I'm going to take some lithium grease and lubricate the top part of the shaft. Yeah, I'm just gonna lubricate this as well as possible. Wipe my hands. Make sure I've got this area wiped. Now I'm going to attach a zip tie to the upper part, and my wife is recording and helping hold the boot. Okay. All right, I'm going to use my needle nose just to get a grip of the zip tie so I can pull on it more. Tighten it up. All right. Now I'm going to put some lubricant on the bottom part of the shaft. I'm going to use my hands to just spread the lithium grease. Make sure I have good coverage. Okay, and I'm going to compress the shaft so I can get the lower part over the correct location. I'm going to use the larger zip tie. To make the attachment and secure it. I'm going to use my needle nose so I can get a good grip and get an extra pull on the zip tie. It's good. I'm going to cut the excess from the zip tie. Alright. Okay, I'm going to use some more lithium grease to lubricate the lug a little bit. And I'm placing the washer back on the lug. Also going to lubricate the outside of the washer. Okay, I've got the washers lubricated. And now I'm going to insert the washers and the lug back into the attachment point. I'm going going to use the bolt that came out. And I don't want to over tighten it, so I'm just going to make sure I've got some motion with the lug there. I'm going to tighten it a little bit more. Okay, that's too tight. Slacken it a little bit. Now I'll tighten a little bit and then just test it. Make sure I've got motion. Alright, that's good. Okay, so looks like the job is pretty much complete. I'm just going to wipe things down a little bit.